Hey guys, it's Destiny, and our divine lady Fu Xuan has recently released an Honkai style, and I wanted to go over the essentials and what you need to know about building Fu Xuan, especially because there are definitely a lot of builds that can possibly work on her, how to use Fu Xuan, team comps, and much more. Also, if you enjoy videos like these, make sure to subscribe, and now let's get straight into it.
And what is seen through the omniscia is destined to be realized.
To begin, let's go over Fu Xuan's kit so we have an understanding of what she can provide and do. Fu Xuan is our newest preservation class character who is also a quantum character and has an insane amount of utility in her kit to help out the team. Fu Xuan is able to increase the crit rate and max health of allies, distribute damage taken to the team to Fu Xuan, damage reduction, healing, and much more. She's definitely a jack of all trades with how much she can provide a team. Fu Xuan's skill is definitely one of the most important parts of her though, as that's how she activates Matrix of Prescience, which will last for 3 turns and also grants the team the crit rate, max HP, and also damage distribution to Fu Xuan. Plus, one of her traces allows the team to resist crowd control debuffs when Matrix of Prescience is active. And this can only happen once per skill activation, but this is definitely useful for a certain Lightning Lord user. Her ultimate is quite a costly one at 135 energy, but it's an AoE damaging ultimate, which also grants her 1 trigger of her HP restoration effect with her talent. And with one of Fu Xuan's traces, she can also heal the team with her ultimate. As for her talent, she grants Misfortunate Avoidance as long as she's on the field. This allows all allies to take reduced damage from enemies. Plus, when her own HP gets to 50% or below, she'll be able to heal a huge amount of her health missing, which allows her to have pretty good sustainability and survivability for herself. The talent can have up to 2 trigger counts at a time, but once they're used, you can use her ultimate again to get another one to keep the healing going. For the last mention of our base kit, she also has a pretty nice technique that activates Matrix at the start of battle, but my favorite part of this is how enemies cannot hit you in the overworld. Overall though, when it comes to her base kit, definitely a lot of utility and awesome benefits she has for herself and also the team. I did mention 2 out of her 3 traces already, but for her Ascension 2 trace, she'll be able to gain 20 energy when she uses her skill, while Matrix of Prescience is active, which can be pretty good for regenerating her ultimate at a faster rate. Lastly, for her sub-traces, they grant her HP, crit rate, and effect resistance, which is nice overall. Now though, let's go over how to play Fu Xuan and teams to take advantage of her awesome utility.
And what is seen through the omniscia is destined to be realized.
While playing Fu Xuan, your goal is to have Matrix of Prescience active at all times in order to take advantage of the crit rate and max HP, and also the damage distribution. Having her with a good ultimate uptime is also very beneficial to keep herself and the team healthy and all dandy. What I like to do when using Fu Xuan is when her Matrix of Prescience is about to run out, skill to get the extra 20 energy, which typically always gives me back the ultimate at that point. So what will end up happening is that I skill at the beginning of battle, basic attack until Matrix of Prescience has 1 turn remaining, and then skill again to keep it going and also get the extra energy. This allows her to be pretty nice with skill points and also have a good ultimate uptime. When it comes to team building her, I'd honestly recommend her as a sustain on majority of teams because of the benefits she grants to teams. Some partners I like in particular with her is Zila or QQ, which can be nice for mono quantum to take advantage of Silver Roll's weakness implantation being 100% quantum. Jing Yuan as well, since he can be more resistant to crowd control with Fu Xuan on the team, and she can also help his crit rate to ensure his hits crit more often. As for another option, if skill point consumption is at a good upkeep, then Dan Hong AL can be an option for more crit rate granted to him through her skill kit. And overall, she works amazingly with many characters to be the character to support them and be the sustain on the team. Overall, Fu Xuan is an awesome support for many teams now, and I'm sure in the future as well. Of course though, Fu Xuan will only be a super good sustain, also a solo sustain at that, as long as you build her properly. So let's get into builds for Relics and Light Cones.
And what is seen through the omniscia is destined to be realized.
For building Fu Xuan, I suggest 2-piece Guard of Withering Snow for more damage reduction, 2-piece Hacker Space for the speed increase, and 2-piece Long Vias for HP increase. All of these sets will help Fu Xuan's sustainability further, but my top recommendation would be 2-piece Long Vias for the health and and pair it with 2-piece Withering or 2-piece Hacker Space, depending if you value the speed more or further damage reduction. As for planar sets, I recommend the Broken Keel set or the Fleet of the Ageless to have more crit damage for the team if you're using Broken Keel, or the HP increase plus attack increase for the team. Both of them are honestly pretty good, it's more so up to what you're looking for. Now for her main stats, there are quite a few possibilities that can be done with Fu Xuan, but I'll go over what I recommend the most based on my own testings. For body piece, I recommend HP. While outgoing healing is nice for possibly more healing with her ultimate, the healing does also scale off her max HP as well, and her sustainability is also reliant on her health alongside other stats. Personally, I would recommend HP more. For boots, speed or HP. I like speed since it allows for smoother rotations, quicker ultimate uptime, and so on. And for the base speed threshold, I'd go for the typical 120 plus to 134 range. It can be more, but I say to prioritize her tanky stats first. For Sphere, HP, or Defense, I highly like Defense though, since it can allow her own survivability to be better, since to stay alive at a good rate, having both matter. I don't know if any of you guys have played Pokemon, but I'm gonna give you an example from Pokemon that can possibly be a good visual. Imagine Chansey. Chansey has a huge base HP, but a very poor defense stat. And in battle, physical attacks, which target that defense stat, do a lot of damage to Chansey, even with the high HP. Chansey has really good special defense though, so when Chansey gets hit with a special attack, it doesn't do as much damage at all, and Chansey's able to tank it with the HP and special defense stat. I know Fu Xuan has damage reduction, but the defense is still very helpful and useful overall, if you think of that example I gave. While HP is all good, you definitely want that, you also want a good amount of defense. So as long as your HP is at a good threshold, I'd recommend defense. For rope, I recommend energy regeneration rate for faster ultimate regeneration, HP for more health, or if you have enough defensive stats, break effect. I've played with break effect Fu Xuan, and it's pretty nice, especially due to the entanglement in the game being very powerful, and having Pela can also be pretty good with Fu Xuan if you are running break Fu Xuan, since she'll be able to break enemies with her AoE ultimate. Pela is also able to reduce the defenses of enemies with her AoE as well through her ultimate. The only main issue I would say with break effect is how much you are giving up for that break rope, which is more HP for her kit, or energy regeneration, which is much needed energy due to the high cost ultimate. It can be easier if you do have her light code when it comes to energy and taking advantage of the trace. She has to gain more energy when she uses her skill when the Matrix of Prescience is active. Of course though, break is mainly a fun suggestion to take advantage of how powerful entanglement is, and also her AoE ultimate. When it comes to substats, I recommend HP, speed, and defense the most, but if you decide to run break effect, then break effect as well. As for light cones, I recommend her signature light cone for the max HP increase, energy regeneration, damage increase for allies, and also the healing the light cone provides per wave. This light cone is honestly another whole character in a light cone, but it's definitely Fu Xuan's best and provides her with awesome stat increases and awesome benefits. As for the next options, I recommend Moment of Victory for defense increases, as defense will be nice for Fu Xuan's survivability, Landao's Choice for more likelihood to be hit and also damage reduction for more survivability, and Texture and Memories, which is a free light cone from the Hearta shop, which gives effect resistance, which can be nice for Broken Keel, and gaining a shield based on Fu Xuan's max HP. As we know, Fu Xuan scales off of HP, so this will be pretty good. Overall, there are a few alternatives to her signature light cone that could be pretty nice on her. As for her pull value, I highly recommend Fu Xuan as a character due to her awesome utility and what she gives for the team. I definitely think she'll be good for many patches to come, and definitely a good teammate to have, especially when it comes to sustaining the team. That'll be all though for my guide on Fu Xuan. If you guys haven't already checked out my Lynx guide on my channel, make sure to check that out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did and also like Fu Xuan, make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope you all have an awesome day. Peace.